Hey, how's it going? Ben Moorhan here, registered nurse. So as a test observer for headmaster, I've noticed many candidates perform denture care incorrectly. So I just want to play a video and again, kind of just inform you on what I've been seeing. And I'm hoping that you can, make these corrections. And when you are testing on your actual skills test day, you score a perfect score. So remember, as a test observer for headmaster, I do not know if you pass or fail the day of, but what I do is I document. So I document any mistakes and record any mistakes that you make. So I'm just going to kind of go over some mistakes that I've seen candidates repeat. So that way, it raises awareness and you don't make the same mistake. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please comment below and let me know if you want me to make additional videos on other skills as well. All right, so let's get started. All right, so again, you're going to log into hdmaster.com and you're going to pull your Michigan mock skills. And this is the denture care skill here that you'll be covering. And then I'm going to share the video as well. So remember, this is a general YouTube video. You can search it up on yourself in the YouTube search and watch at your own time. But I just want to critique the mistakes that I see students make.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I also have membership now. Yes. So if you, so what I want to do now is just show you all the supplies that you will need for this skill. Okay. So you will need 2 pairs of gloves, a toothette, a cup, which you're going to put water in it, a towel, so you can use as a clothing protector. You're going to drape it across the person's chest. Either a toothbrush or a denture brush. I'm having my students use the toothbrush, but I'm also telling them about the denture brush. Toothpaste and or denture paste, right? So it all depends on what is at the test site. If the test site has both toothpaste and denture paste, you'll want to collect both and use the denture paste to clean the dentures and the toothpaste to clean the person's mouth. Today, I'm just going to be using toothpaste, okay, to simplify. And then you'll need an emesis basin and a cup with an upper or lower denture, okay? This skill is performed on a live person, but for training purposes, I'm going to perform it on the mannequin, okay? Oh yeah, and for Prometric, you'll also need a clean barrier to place over the overbed table. You can either use a Chucks, which I am using, or a towel, okay? Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. So, excuse me, wow. So again, this skill is performed on a live person. I'm just using the mannequin for training purposes, okay? The person will be seated at in a chair. Let me scoot over so y'all can see. Will be seated in a chair at the overbed table, okay? So the first things that you want to do, of course, is collect all your supplies. And I train my students to count the supplies so they'll know how many items need to be on that table or how many items they need to collect. So for denture care, you're either going to have 10 or 11 items. Again, if the testing site does have denture paste or a tube of toothpaste labeled denture paste, for this skill, you'll want to collect both the denture paste and the toothpaste. If they only have toothpaste, then you'll just have a total of 10 items with collecting just the toothpaste, okay? So I've collected all of my supplies, okay? I'm not going to go through the opening procedures, but you would want to do your brief safety checks. You would also want to provide the person with privacy. In this video, we're just going to concentrate on the skill itself, okay? So I have all my supplies. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the toothbrush in the emesis basin, and I'm going to collect my other supplies that I will need just to clean the denture. So the emesis basin, the toothbrush or denture brush, the toothpaste or the denture paste, one pair of gloves. I'm going to go ahead and bring my cup so I can collect water when I perform mouth care, and then the denture. Yep. Okay. All right. And I'm going to carry this over to the sink.
If you're applying to residency and working on applications and/or interviews right now, you have to check this out. We literally
And I'm also going to bring this table over here so y'all can get a closer view of how I'm performing denture care. All right. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do when I get to the sink is I'm going to make a clean area on the countertop, okay? And I'm going to place all of my supplies on this countertop like so, okay? Just like that. The next thing I'm going to do is get more paper towel. And you can use a washcloth or a towel if you'd like to do as a sink liner, to use as a sink liner, but I prefer just using paper towels.
All right, so for headmaster, just remember that you got to perform all of your opening skills. So introduction, knock, knock, privacy, wash your hands, and then the actor or the resident will not be sitting up in a chair for denture care. They're going to be in bed. The bed's going to be raised at least about 45 degrees. They're going to be under the covers, and the denture cup will be under on the bedside table. And you will only have to brush either the lower or the top denture. So I didn't want to emphasize that. And then the other thing is students have not been lining the sink. So make sure that you remember to line the sink with paper towel or a washcloth. Okay, so that way if the denture falls, you accidentally drop it, it doesn't break. So the towel or the washcloth or paper towel is there as a protective measure.
Since the paper towels are already going to be at the sink, okay? So I placed the liner, the paper towel in the sink. If your faucet has two handles, you'll want to turn on both handles. If it has one handle, you'll want to turn that one handle to the center setting, okay? So my faucet has two handles. I'm just going to turn on both handles so I can go ahead and start pre-filling the sink with water. I'm going to go ahead and prep my toothbrush. Let me turn this trash can over here.
Okay, so remember, you can use a regular toothbrush or a denture toothbrush, whatever the testing site has available.
So I'm going to wet the toothbrush or denture brush, okay? I'm going to place a pea-size amount of toothpaste, okay? So a pea-size amount of toothpaste, okay? I'm going to place the toothbrush back on my clean area. Now you'll want to put on your gloves, okay? Oh, it lost my tracking. You'll want to put on your gloves before handling the dentures. So I'm going to remove the denture cup lid. I'm going to rinse it.
Okay, so this is another step that students skip is rinsing the denture cup. So another thing I wanted to mention is on your, here, I'm going to stop share real quick and then I'm going to share again. On your mock skills checklist, this is very important. So as you can see, you're performing hand hygiene, you explain the procedure, you line the bottom of the sink with a towel, you put on gloves. So I want to emphasize that I've noticed that candidates do not put on gloves. So I really want you to be sure to put on gloves while you're performing the skill. So this skill does require skills. And then once you remove the denture, here is the most important thing. So I've seen candidates turn on warm hot water, right? So right here it says cool, tepid, running water, right? So rinse denture under cool, tepid, running water. So that is really important, okay? So make sure it's cool. And then another thing is when you add to the denture cup, make sure it's cool, tepid, clean water. Okay. So I didn't want to emphasize that because I've observed a lot of candidates miss those steps.
Place it on my clean area. I'm going to remove the dentures, making sure I hold the dentures over the sink all the time. I'm going to empty the contents of the denture cup. I'm going to rinse the denture cup and then pre-fill it. Okay, place it on my clean area. Then I'm going to rinse the dentures. Okay, after rinsing the dentures, I'm going to take my toothbrush and I'm going to start brushing the teeth. As I'm brushing the teeth, I'm going to be verbalizing that I'm brushing all surfaces of the dentures, the gums, the gum areas, and the groove. Okay, now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and rinse all surfaces of the dentures. Once I'm done rinsing, I'm going to place the dentures teeth up in the cup and I'm going to replace the lid and make sure you replace it securely. Then I'm going to rinse the toothbrush and I'm going to place it bristles up in the emesis basin. Okay, so bristle up. Okay, the bristles are pointing upwards. Okay, now I'm going to turn off the water. I'm going to remove the liner. This is the most forgotten step. Okay, and then I'm going to remove my items from my clean barrier. Okay, and I'm going to throw the clean barrier in the trash. Now, depending on what instructions the NAE gives you, he or she may say just keep all items at the sink, or keep the dentures at the sink, or they may say, you know, place the dentures back on the person's overbed table or bedside stand. So depending on what instructions the NAE or proctor gives you, you'll want to follow those instructions. Today, I'm going to bring all my supplies back to the overbed table, and I'm going to place the denture cup on the person's bedside stand. So what I'm going to do now is just get a paper towel, and I'm just going to dry the denture cup. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to pre-fill my cup with water, right? This is the cup that I'm going to use for mouth care to actually clean the person's teeth. And then I'm going to walk everything back over to the overbed table. So follow.
All right, so let us go over this one more time. Okay, so if you do get this skill, so perform hand hygiene by using hand sanitizer, explain the procedure, line the bottom, put on gloves, apply denture paste, remove denture from cup, handle denture carefully to avoid damage, cool running water, brush the denture inner surfaces, brush the outer surfaces, chewing surfaces, and then rinse with cool running water, rinse denture cup and lid, place denture and rinse cup, add cool water to denture cup and replace lid on denture cup, rinse equipment, return equipment to storage, discard sink protective lining, remove gloves the proper way, and then perform hand hygiene. Place the call light, and obviously you're having an interpersonal interaction at all times. So this skill doesn't require you to lift up the bed. This skill doesn't require you to provide privacy, right? But if you do, you're not marked down. Okay. All right, again, let me know in the comments if you want me to post other videos, or if you need a clarification on a certain skill. Thank you.